back.
I'm upset.
Upset about?
You would have me on the show with Fred Savage, for crying out loud.
Why?
I have beef with Fred Savage.
What is your beef with Fred Savage?
I had this rare moment. I get to go to Comic-Con last week. It was amazing for me because
this is out in San Diego.
I literally became a Pac-10 football player just to compensate for the fact that I'm a huge nerd and geek. I just want to have some balance in my life. And I'm walking through crowded Comic-Con, and somebody comes up to me, Mr. Booker, Fred Savage would like you to have this. And I turn around, and it's a pair of sunglasses. And I'm like, who does this guy think he is? He's literally giving me shade. Or maybe he thinks he's such a big star. I've never met the guy that I need sunglasses to view him.
Wow.
And so I look around, I go, where's Fred Savage? And they said, well, he would like to see you. And I tried to find him, but I couldn't connect with the guy. So I just see him as one of these stars.
How do you think? I've met him multiple times. He's never given me anything. You should feel lucky that you were.
I thought we were going to have a moment backstage, but he did not even.
He didn't even want to see. So you did go to Comic-Con. These are not the sunglasses he gave you, right?
Those are not. Those are virtual. That is actually our taxpayer dollars. That's NASA. And they were showing people a virtual reality of what it would be like to be on Mars.
Okay.
And I got very afraid that I might have a Matt Damon moment there.
Yeah.
So it was so real, I thought maybe I'll get left behind.
Are there times as you've been running for president that you've thought, Mars doesn't sound so bad?
There's been times, metaphorically, I'd like to send our president.
This is true story that you have the nerd gene is strong in you.
Yes.
I think that's one of the nice things.
Yeah, I just want to say this. I had the privilege just this week of getting some campaign support from Leonard Nimoy's widow, Susan Nimoy. So it's
that's
like for me,
very nice.
These are the.
And I do think it's important to note that I think that even 10, 20 years ago, someone who was sort of out as a nerd would have no chance running for president of this country. I think everything has changed for the better insofar that people who like things like superheroes and science fiction, this is now fully accepted.
We are living the conclusion of the movie Revenge of the Nerds. Where it is now very cool to be a nerd. In fact, I try to hide the fact that I was an all-American football player. That does not get me anywhere.
Nobody likes that anymore.
Cares about that.
But I do, you were talking about Fred Savage showing you a little bit of shade. We're I think about 10 days out from the next round of Democratic debates. One of the memeable moments from the first night of the debates, Beto O'Rourke, he started speaking Spanish, and you were caught on camera.
Yes.
And that looks like...
Yes.
No, I think the technical term there might be side-eye.
Yes.
Now, I would imagine in the moment you were probably not aware that this was going to be one of the takeaways of that debate.
The coaching I got from my campaign team, these are really incredible professionals, was don't do that again.
So we should not look for a return.
No, you will not see the return of the side eye unless I'll be standing next to Joe Biden this time.
Okay, gotcha.
So it depends on what.
Well, that wasn't really fair because I also feel like they must tell you, obviously you're watching and you want to be respectful and you want to look at somebody and you did not know you were in a 3-shot there.
No, I did not.
And now you'll learn, especially right next to Joe Biden. A 2-shot's easier than 3 shots. You got to be real careful.
You're a few shots beyond me right now.